So, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lillian, and my page name is Neniora. I'm a registered nurse, a mom of three here in the UK. I migrated to the UK like 5 years ago, and I've recently got my PR. So today, to tell you the truth, it's been quite tough. It's not been easy undertaking this journey with three kids on board in this country. But however, today we'll be speaking about, I forgot to mention, I'm a registered nurse. For this channel, I'll be posting lots of stuff, putting out lots of information about migration to the UK, basically mostly for nurses who are looking towards coming into the UK to work, how to balance their life, talk about fashion, we'll talk about housing. I post about my experiences so far, schooling, talk about how to get your PR, how to enroll your children in school. All these we'll be talking about on this channel. So I just post about anything and everything, and also I post about food, how to make delicious dishes for your family. So today I'll be talking about work-life balance. I mean, if you're not careful in the UK, it took me years. In fact, it was even after I've gotten my PR that I started to realize, okay, I should have thought outside of the box, to get myself sorted with all the things we went through, considering childcare, full-time job, working night shifts, coming back to look after children, way less, time for yourself. I mean, I haven't even had time for myself for the past 2 years. So I just want to share this thought with you. Let's just say, if childcare is one of the major challenges women face in the UK. I mean, in fact, even in the US, childcare, I know a lot of people, because one thing I like about this profession is I love interacting with my patients. We talk about so many things, and I've seen women who resigned from a high paying job just because of childcare, because when they weigh the options and look at how much they spend on childcare, and then you now start wondering, is it really worth it, working and paying somebody else to look after your child? Is it not people that are calling? Is it not people that are calling since? What's all this nonsense for? So I mean, I've seen lots of women, who are on high paying job. I'm talking about white women, English women who has lived here. I'm talking about women who were born here, who had lived here, resigned from high paying job just because of childcare. Because when you think about it, really, I remember when, I've had enough, I was like, I can't, and I enrolled my son in a child in a nursery, because it wasn't up to two then, it was just one, and we're not qualified for the 2-year childcare funding. And I took him to the nursery, put him in nursery, and he was only going 2 times a week, and we were paying £580 for just 2 times a week. And most times it's usually, we've gone on nights, he's coming in at 9 o'clock, and once the father is going to pick up the kid sisters, which will be like around 3:30, he picks him up as well. We're paying £580. Now imagine a mom who works 5 times a week from 9 to 5, and let's even say you're earning 3,000. That will be you paying almost 1,200, depending on the location where you eat, where you live, just for childcare. That's 1,500 roughly, just for childcare. That's more than half of your salary going into childcare alone, not considering other bills. So, and I, as I was, applied for my PR, and now, it was when I now, started thinking about it. I was like, okay, if I don't get this PR, what is my next option in terms of childcare? Now, remember, my husband works in a retail company. He does night shifts, and I do day because of childcare. And I'm like thinking, and what it means is he comes back from work, take my children to school, and have to stay with my son again. And sometimes he doesn't get any sleep, and he gets ready again for the next shift. So I was thinking, what will be our next option if I don't get my PR? Because my plan was get my PR and then reduce my hours. That was my plan. Get my PR and then reduce my hours. And I did like a fast track, not like a fast track. I did, what do you call it again? A fast track on, to get it quicker, to get a quicker decision. In for the 5 days one, not the next day one, pay the extra amount. And I was really hoping but on the fifth day, I got an email from UKVA asking me to produce more information about something. And on that day, I kept checking my email, looking forward to it, hoping to get that decision, thinking about, is there a time I've worked more than 20 hours? Have I committed any offense? I mean, a whole lot of thought was going into my mind, going across my mind. So when I received that email that it was on a Friday, they need more information. Oh my God. I said, okay. Immediately that day, I was at work. I was trying to sort out the information they need, and I sent it across immediately, thinking that, okay, since I've sent it, it's going to be quick again, since, I'm on the fast track decision pathway, and almost nothing arrived. First week, I actually submitted my PR application for PR on the 3rd of December. That third, which was on a Monday, first week passed, December. Second week passed, nothing. Third week, see high blood pressure. See high blood pressure, as in, hey, I was just thinking. In fact, I couldn't sleep. Every day I'll be checking my email. I was like, what is going on? God, I think there's a time I worked more than 20 extra hours. What am I going to do? Please, God, please help me. And in the third week, I had to resend the information I sent again, thinking that, okay, maybe they didn't receive it. Let me just send it again, just to say. And I sent it again. Nothing happened. I received an acknowledgement email. If you're receiving this email, that means that we have received your information. And I will call these people. They will tell me, once there's this option that you click that applies to me, they will tell me you have nothing else to do except for wait. Fourth week of December, last week of December, nothing happened. We're about to enter New Year. Now then, high blood pressure is set. So I now decided to start thinking, okay, now, okay, what if I don't get this? What's going to happen? What if I don't get this damn PR? I can't continue like this. I work 40 hours every week. I can't. I just can't. I was fed up. I said, I can't continue doing these long hours with 3 children. So that was when I now thought after of the boss. I said, if I don't receive this PR, then this is what I'm going to do. One, I'm going to go and meet the HR team and tell them, this is my challenge. I am having trouble continuing to do this. I can't continue doing this anymore. I said, I've got, in my mind, I was like, okay, I've got 2 options for you guys. I love working in endoscopy unit. It gives me the opportunity, to not to bother about childcare, even though the more of the responsibilities lies on my husband. But I don't think I can continue. I want a balance. I said, yes, I'm still under tier two. All these thoughts were running into my mind. What I can do is I will do 2 shifts in endoscopy units. Mind you, some weekends, just to meet up with bills and all those stuff, I still do night shift in the ward. I pick, because I'm a permanent staff of the ward, I don't have to bother. Usually I ring in on Saturday if I feel I have the energy. Please, can I have this particular ward? I actually choose the easiest ward to me, I know. So I said, and this some of these wards are looking for staff like crazy. So I said, okay, since I'm a staff here already, I'm just going to do this. Okay, I'll tell them, can I have 2 days in endoscopy? Monday, Tuesday in endoscopy unit. That is me working from 8 o'clock to 6, half 6. And then working Friday and Saturday in the ward. Then me resting on Sunday, having a Wednesday and Thursday off. And working Friday, Saturday, and then resting on Sunday for me to resume work on Monday. I said these were my options, and I'm going to stick to it, that this is what I want. It is possible, and I want it to be done that way. So, and as I thought this, and I said, wow, this is actually a good idea. That's an amazing idea. That's interesting. Why didn't I think about this all this while I've been on tier two and struggling with childcare? Change jobs just for childcare. And then I said, wow, that's a good one. That's an amazing thought. 2 days in endoscopy and 2 days in the ward. That will even give me more money. And I thought, wow, this is beautiful. Neka, you are blowing my mind. So this was what I thought. I was thinking about this thought. I think the first was on the first of Saturday, I can't remember, but in between the last week of December, I said these are my options and this I'm going. If I wait for these people one more week and it doesn't come true. So before I received my PR on the first, I mean, it was like a new year gift. Like, when they say you're starting your year with congratulations, that was how I started this year. Yay! I mean, on the first night, I think about 7 o'clock, almost, I will not forget that day, and the dance, the kind of dance, the kind of dance I dance. I could not believe it. PR landed in my email. Eh? He landed in my email, Neka, permanent residency. Me? I couldn't believe it. So on the second, I wasn't working. On the third, I wasn't working. Immediately clock fourth, I was on duty, straight to my manager's office. Mommy, please, I want to reduce my hours to 20. Okay, let's go over that. So this is where my story ends. So this is why I'm going to, when I thought of this idea, I felt, oh, I can actually share this for people who are struggling. You are struggling with childcare, you're finding it hard to cope, you're thinking of going back. I mean, there have been so many times I thought, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. You may actually think of this idea. Let's just say you've been working in the wards, because I've tried the wards. I spoke to my manager, but he wasn't bulging. And I said, and even during my interview, I said, I've got childcare issues. Can I be getting more shifts during the weekends? Because my husband doesn't do weekends. Can I be getting at least 2 of my shifts on the weekends, and then the rest of the 2, so that what we pay for childcare will be less? And I've also tried childcare in the ward during the day. We couldn't just do it. You couldn't do it, because by the time I finish, sometimes I come back at 9 o'clock. But my husband is supposed to be at work by 7, and he travels 30 minutes to get to work. So, so I've tried everything. I told my manager, I love this one, I want to work here, but I cannot be having all my shifts within the week. Apparently, the staff in that ward are struggling for weekend, because if you're working in NHS, we all know that weekend pays more. So most parents, most of the staff in that particular ward were struggling. Even the ones that don't have kids were struggling weekends. So that was when I said, okay, you know what? So if you're in this type of situation, I mean, NHS is in a desperate need of staff. They wouldn't want to lose you. Have you met your HR to say, you know what? Or look for that outpatient in your trust. Maybe you're doing what you can decide. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with childcare. Could you guys please help me? I want to be doing. You can even change words that need you. When you go for your interview, tell them, can I be getting more of weekends? Let's say you're working Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday in the ward, and then working in an outpatient like 2 days again. You can even choose an outpatient, because if you work 2 days in an outpatient and 2 days in the ward, that's roughly you doing more than 37 hours, 37.5 hours. But that does not even matter. You can even choose an outpatient that possibly closes by 5. You never know. You can do this suggestion just for you to get that balance you require. And believe me, it's even going to give you more money. It's even going to give you more money that will be you earning like 2,200 or 2,000, so if after tax. So you might want to consider that option. That's why I decided to do this video, to make this suggestion to you, because when you have children here, or more, if you have one, yeah, you can manage. Two, yes, you can manage. Two, you might even struggle depending on what you and your husband are doing. But almost from 3 o'clock, these ones, the demand is on another level. So that's why I said, okay, since I didn't make use of this opportunity, it doesn't matter where you are. I don't know how you can, pull this with nursing home job, but I'm talking of NHS. It is possible. Ask them, please, can I go to a ward that needs you when you finally come? Speak to your manager first before moving, and go to an outpatient that may require your services. Sometimes they may even come up with the excuse that, oh no, how would you focus? Oh, more, you can focus. You can do all the trainings required for both positions. You can do it. It doesn't require much. And your skills that you've gained in the wards, like me, my previous skills in the ward, I can even apply in endoscopy. There are some of my colleagues that have never worked in the wards. We rarely give antibiotics except when we have complications, or we've got like perforations, and then a patient needs to be given antibiotics. They'll be like, how do they mix these antibiotics? How do they mix that? I'll be like, hello, huh? But those skills I've gained in the wards, I'm like, okay, bring it, I'll do it. And if they have admission, because I've worked in the ward, sometimes I even pick bank shifts in the ward just to keep my skills intact. They have admissions, they're calling me, oh, Lillian, please, can you come and do this admission for us? All the admission process is very quick and all that. Some of them, they can spend up to an hour and a half or two just trying to do the paperwork of admission. Me, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, even plenty. 10 minutes. Piam, piam, piam. Madam, what's your name? Pam. I'm done with the admission process. So all these, you can prove, you can do it. All we are talking about, we don't want to come and contribute money. Because, hey, if you have the stress, if you undergo the level of stress in this UK with children, it's not easy. It's not easy. So you have to work that balance. Like now, this is my 6th year in the UK. I'm still a band 5. It's not that I don't want to progress. I've had friends talking to me, oh, Lillian, what are you still doing? You should be a band 8, you should be a band. I said, my dear, let me even save myself first before I start looking for who to save. So I'm not under any pressure. If you feel you can manage both positions, yeah, why not? But don't start looking at what other people are doing. Just focus on your journey. Remember, if they give you money, would you sell your kids? Even though some irresponsible with the parents will say yes. But really? So that's it for today. This is the conversation I was going to have today with you. Could you tell me in the comment section what your experiences are so far being in the UK as a mom? and a full-time NHS staff? Tell me in the comment section. Let's share our views, let's share our experiences, laugh together, and get serious together. I do hope you've learned a few things. I mean, there are so many instances I can give about work-life balance, but for now, it's already 20 minutes. My plan was to make this video 15, but it's already 20 minutes and I don't wish to continue. So if you like conversations like this, please click on the bell button and subscribe. And each time I release a new video or I create a new content, you'll be alerted and you'll be first to listen and watch. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, name of channel is Neniora, at Neniora. Bye.